SDG7 Big Questions. Where did it begin?
So, where did this whole energy crisis begin?
It started with the growing demand for natural resources exceeding our supply. It takes ages for fossil fuels to replenish.
Right, and we use fossil fuels for everything, from powering our cars to lighting our cities.
Exactly. But the combustion of these fuels releases a lot of greenhouse gases, which is a major problem.
I've heard that overconsumption and overpopulation are part of the issue too.
Absolutely, along with poor infrastructure and political events that disrupt our energy supply.
And what about the environmental impact? It sounds serious.
It is. CO2 emissions and oil spills are accelerating climate change, affecting the planet's health.
So, what's the solution to this energy crisis?
The key lies in renewable resources, which can be replenished sustainably with less harm to the environment.
I remember hearing about environmental movements pushing for renewables since the 1960s and 70s.
Exactly. Renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydro are crucial to our future energy supply.
It's surprising that renewable energy consumption has only slowly increased over the years.
True, but modern renewable energy consumption has been growing rapidly, accounting for a large share of new power generating capacity. Why does this issue matter? It's shocking to think that around 3 billion people are affected by this.
And the health risks are alarming. Over 4 million people die prematurely from illnesses linked to household air pollution.
Right, and it's often due to using solid fuels or kerosene in poorly ventilated spaces.
Not to mention the time wasted gathering fuel. Women and children are losing hours that could be spent on education or work.
Exactly. That's why community-level programs focusing on healthy fuel alternatives are so crucial.
And then there's the issue of affordability. Transitioning to renewable energy can be cost-prohibitive for many communities.
Yes, the initial costs for infrastructure like solar panels and wind turbines can be a significant barrier.
Moreover, many countries in the global south face daily blackouts due to underfunded electricity systems.
It's frustrating. Reliable energy supply is essential for development and quality of life.
And as the population grows, the demand for energy increases. We need sustainable solutions to meet this demand.
Absolutely. Producing energy with lower waste and fewer CO2 emissions is key to combating climate change. Who and what are affected? Human activities are the primary cause of global warming, especially since the mid-20th century.
Right. I read that this increase in greenhouse gases has led to rising temperatures and loss of biodiversity.
It's concerning, especially for vulnerable ecosystems like those in northern Canada.
And it's not just the environment. Over 1.2 billion people lack access to electricity, primarily in Africa and Asia.
That's a staggering number. Plus, 2.8 billion people rely on harmful fuels for cooking, leading to over 4 million premature deaths each year.
Exactly. Regions like Sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia really need help with energy access.
And this issue is particularly gendered. Women and girls bear the brunt of the energy crisis.
Yes. They often spend hours fetching water and cooking, which takes away from education and business opportunities.
Plus, without reliable energy, clinics can't even store vaccines properly, impacting health outcomes.
It's a cycle that perpetuates inequality, especially when it comes to indoor air pollution affecting women and girls the most.
What needs to be done?
Have you noticed how countries are pushing for sustainable energy systems?
Absolutely. Investing in renewable energy resources is a big part of that transition.
Right. And governments are implementing policies to cut greenhouse gas emissions across various sectors.
Exactly. For instance, Canada introduced the Pan-Canadian Framework on Clean Growth and Climate Change in 2016.
That framework supports the Sustainable Development Goals. It's crucial for reducing emissions.
And businesses have a role too. They must protect ecosystems to develop sources like hydropower and bioenergy.
Yes. And they should aim to source 100% of their operational electricity from renewable sources.
Plus, employers can reduce transport demand by promoting telecommunications and greener transport options.
That makes sense. Investing in sustainable energy services can bring new technologies to market faster.
Exactly. And on an individual level, we can also contribute by reducing our energy use.
Simple actions like turning off appliances when not in use can make a difference.
And choosing to bike or use public transport helps lower carbon emissions too.